Welcome to the community of
engineers, the change agents in the society.
Angle of incidence: an arbitrarily oriented vertical surface that is exposed to the solar radiation. The angle of incidence of solar radiation on the tilted surface depends upon the orientation of the wall, east facing or west facing. Now this is the tilted surface, and the orientation with the horizontal surface with north, south, east and west. Now here beta is the angle between the tilted surface and the horizontal surface. Further angles are required to be defined to find the angle of incidence on the tilted surface. Now altitude angle, and this is denoted with symbol alpha s. Now this is the angle between sun rays and the projection of the sun rays onto a horizontal plane. Now these are the sun rays and this is the projection of sun rays. Now the angle between sun rays and the projection of the sun rays, this is alpha s, the altitude angle. And this could be calculated using this expression where we would be needing the phi, the latitude, the hour angle and the declination, the tilt of the earth at that very specific day. Now this is going to be maximum at solar noon since our angle is 0, because if we see at noon the sun rays are going to fall exactly from the top, and this is going to make with the surface of 90-degree angle. Now cos 90 is going to be 0. Now zenith angle, denoted with symbol theta z, angle between the sun rays and the surface normal to the horizontal plane at the position of the observer. Now we can see this is the zenith, the normal to the horizontal surface, and the angle between the sun rays and the normal to the horizontal surface. Now this is the theta z, the zenith angle, and this can be calculated by this expression: theta z is equal to pi by 2 times alpha s, the altitude angle. Next is the azimuth angle, denoted with symbol gamma, angle in the horizontal plane made from the north to the horizontal projection of the sun rays. Now this is the north-south on the horizontal surface, and this is the projection of the sun rays. Now the angle between the north-south and the angle of and the projection of the sun rays. Now this is the gamma, the azimuth angle, and this can be calculated by using this expression cos inverse, where phi is the latitude, del is the declination, and omega hour angle, and alpha s is the altitude angle. Or we can calculate by using this expression also: sine inverse, the declination, the tilt of the earth, the hour angle and the altitude angle. General relationship for the angle of incidence on a surface of any orientation can be calculated by using this expression, where we would be requiring the declination, the, the tilt of the earth at that very specific day, latitude of that very specific location, tilt angle beta, the angle between the tilted plate and the horizontal surface, then the azimuth angle gamma, and the hour angle omega. This general relationship is simplified with this expression as cos theta is equal to A plus B cos omega plus C sin omega, where E is the sin del times sin phi cos beta, cos phi, sin beta and cos gamma, whereas B is the cos del times cos phi, cos beta plus sin phi sin beta and cos gamma, and C is the equal to cos del sin beta and sin gamma. For horizontal surfaces where beta is equal to 0, then this general relationship is reduced to the zenith angle, which could be calculated by using this expression. We can see that the sine beta, once we use 0, this whole term is going to be 0. So we can say in that case cos theta is equal to cos theta z, the zenith angle. So we can use only this expression. Further, for vertical surfaces where beta is going to be 90 degree, then the general expression reduced to cos theta is equal to minus sin del cos phi cos gamma plus cos del sin phi cos gamma cos omega plus cos del sin gamma and sin omega. Further, for the surfaces facing south in the northern hemisphere where azimuth angle gamma is equal to 0, then the expression is reduced to cos theta is equal to sin del sin phi cos beta minus cos phi sin del sin beta plus cos del cos phi sin beta plus cos del cos phi cos beta and cos omega. Further, we can modify this expression as where cos theta is equal to sin phi minus beta times sin del plus cos phi minus beta times cos del times cos omega. Now we will discuss total radiation on a tilted surface. Most commonly, the total radiation for hours or days on the horizontal surface, which constitutes beam, diffuse and ground reflector radiation on the plane of collector. Now this is going to be the total radiation on a tilted surface, that is beam radiation plus the diffused and plus the part of ground reflected radiation. This we can calculate by using this expression where GT stands for the radiation on a tilted surface, and this is part of the beam radiation, this is the diffuse radiation, and this is the ground reflector radiation. In this, RB is the instantaneous tilt factor for the beam radiation, which we will discuss later on. Then Fs is the sky diffused factor, and this Fg is the ground reflector factor, and rho g is the ground reflectivity, and its value ranges between 0.2 to 0.7. This is the snow covered, for the case of snow covered ground. Now let's discuss sky diffuse factor. In this is the diffuse radiations, the total contribution of diffuse radiations, where Fs is the sky diffuse factor, which is calculated by using this expression 1 plus cos beta upon 2, where beta is the slope of the tilted plate. Now consider an imaginary horizon in which the radius of the horizon is equal to the height of the plate, and if we consider that this plate, maybe this plate is photovoltaic module or solar thermal collector that is placed horizontally on the ground. In this case, the beta, the slope of the photovoltaic module, is going to be 0. Now in this case, the cos beta, that is 0, so cos 0 1 means the photovoltaic module or solar thermal collector would be receiving total diffused radiations coming from the sky. Now if we consider that this photovoltaic module or solar thermal collector is placed vertically on the surface, in this case the beta is going to be 90 degree. So cos 90 means 0. So the photovoltaic module or the solar thermal collector, if this is the face of the collector, would be receiving half of the radiations coming from the sky. Now considering part of ground reflector radiations, where Fg is the ground reflector factor. This is calculated by using this expression 1 minus cos beta upon 2. Now again considering an imaginary horizon in which the radius of the horizon is equal to the height of the plate, and in first case let's consider that the photovoltaic module that is placed horizontally on the surface. Now in this case the beta, the slope of the photovoltaic module, that is going to be 0. Now in this case once cos beta is 0, so this is 1, cos 0 is 1, so we would be having the factor, the value of ground reflector factor, that is 0, so the whole term would be 0. So in this case we won't be receiving any of the ground reflector radiations. Let's say this is the beam radiations are coming, and after reflecting from the ground it is just passing over the plate, so none of the radiations would be received from the ground on the photovoltaic or solar thermal collector. Now in another case, let's see, if the photovoltaic module is placed vertically. Now in this case this is the slope, that is 90 degree, so cos 90 is 0, so it means half of the ground reflector radiations would be falling on the solar thermal collector or photovoltaic module. Now another term, that is the rho g, that is the reflectivity factor from the ground. Now it varies from surface to surface. Now its value ranges between 0.2 to 0.7. Now just to visualize instantaneous tilt factor of the plate, let's consider a plate which is placed horizontally on the ground. Now in this case the value of beam radiation would be calculated beam at normal times the cos at zenith angle. Now in another case, if the plate is placed at an angle with slope beta, now if we draw a normal on that beta, now in this case the total beam radiation on a tilted plate would be calculated the beam at normal times the cos the incident angle. Now the RB, that is going to be calculated by using GB upon the beam at horizontal upon the beam at tilted plate. Now with this expression we can calculate the instantaneous factor of the tilted plate.